The way my team has been consistent all season, so it's just we're on the next journey here, which is tomorrow. But real pleased with how we competed today. There's some guys we lost a couple tough ones throughout the day, but we wrestled some really good teams today.
Brian, you heard that crowd when I was wrestling Cornell. I mean, how big a challenge is
I'm trying to yell.
How big a challenge is that for you guys?
You can't make it a challenge. You got to focus on what, I tell my kids every day, just do what you do. And if you keep doing that, you're going to have success. And they've been really good with that. We've been to some places like Ohio State and Cornell, and we've been, we've had Oklahoma State. We've had some tough duels. So the crowd is loud, but you just got to focus on not the yelling, on where you got to put your hands, what shot you're good at, and not get confused by all that, and just focus. And is it a challenge? Yes, but you got to. I think this team has done that with consistency and understands that if I do what I do, I'm going to have success.
Why are you guys so consistent? What's been the key?
A lot of it is I have 5 seniors in the lineup that have been through some battles, and a very mature group that have had a lot of success. And then when you add in some really good sophomores like Levon Mays and Jaden Cox, and there's some good kids, and then you add a freshman in there like Willie Miklas, who's been battling through some good. It's just that they've grown really close. And from the summer, I saw it in the summer, and I think when you have great leadership on a team, and I say this to my administration every time. I've said them about 3 or 4 times throughout my career at 17 years at Missouri. When I have great leadership, I know I'm going to have a great team because they know how to pick kids up, and because I can't be with the team all the time, but they live right, they do things right, and it shows that that's how you become consistent in life.
Alan, when you talk about the crowd disadvantage for you guys tomorrow, and basically what Brian said, what would you add to that?
I don't think it's much of a disadvantage. I think it's an advantage because it kind of prepares us for the national tournament. There's going to be the noise, and coaches are going to have to yell over that noise, and you can't hear much out on the mat. So I think it's a good preparation for our national tournament.
Alan, what did it mean? You faced one of the toughest schedules all year, and you just beat 2-time champ Jesse Delgado, and you're going to be in the fire tomorrow against Gilman. What's your mindset after that match and moving forward till tomorrow?
Just keeping the ball rolling. This is my last season, and I just got to get it done at nationals. Got to do the same thing that I've been doing all year.
Were you surprised that Delgado went? There was some talk that he wouldn't.
I was prepared for him or their backup, either one. So, I mean, I went out there with the mindset that I was going to wrestle him.
Were you excited to see him out there?
Yeah, I was glad. I was glad that they put him out.
Are you making less mistakes this year? Is that why you're doing this so well?
Yeah, I think I'm not giving up. My defense has gotten better, and my positioning and a lot of stuff has improved over my redshirt year. So I think that's a big part of it.
Your top work's excellent, but you can end up in some pretty dangerous situations. You were against Delgado. How comfortable were you there when he was looking for the defensive fall?
I wouldn't say I was comfortable, but I'm pretty confident with my top position, and especially when I have legs in. So I felt comfortable and confident in that position. I wouldn't say I felt comfortable, but yeah, I was looking to try to get some back points out of there and didn't want to give up that reversal.
What do you know about Thomas Gilman and preparing to face him?
Not a whole lot. He's a freshman or a sophomore, so he's young. He's a young guy. So I'm just going to go out there and do what I do.
Any further questions?
Is there going to be a little bit of pride being the bad guys in this hostile environment?
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, we look at it as an advantage. I mean, this is one step to the national tournament, just leading up to that.
Coach, how do you see yourselves weight by weight stacking up against Iowa tomorrow?
I haven't even thought that far yet. I was preparing for our first match, and then I had an hour to prepare because you think it was going to be Ohio State, and then all of a sudden it's Lehigh. But I knew I had it as a 5-5 match, Ohio State and Lehigh. So we were prepared for both. But then, you have Lehigh, so you're thinking, all right, we got to get our guys ready for these guys. But now we'll kind of relax an hour, and then we'll get going with film and stuff, and have guys we'll get on the mats maybe a little bit tomorrow and go through some stuff. But we've been doing this. We've had some grueling road trips and stuff where we had to wrestle a duel at night and then go wrestle Ohio State the next day in the afternoon. So I just know we're prepared for it. And I don't look at it as the bad guy. I just look at it, maybe everybody outside of the world wants us to win. And And that's how you gotta look at it. It's how you, it's your mindset. Maybe the 49 other states want us.
Is this good for the duels to have such a home advantage for one team?
I think it's awesome. I love the crowd. I just think they're yelling for us. That's how you gotta think. You gotta have your mindset right. And when they're yelling, just, hey, they're yelling for you. Jaden will think it's right, and he'll be, oh, man, it's awesome. I love it.
Coach Smith, the way Division I season ends up this year, and the last two undefeated teams are in Division I are wrestling each other the last day of the regular season. You know, put that in perspective on what it's like to cap the regular season with the last two undefeated teams going to be for a national duels title.
I think it's awesome. I think the sport needed this. I think, you know, I know we had to do our part in it to get here, and I'm glad we did, and Iowa did their part, and they had some battles too, but it's, I think it's just, you know, with it being on the Big Ten network and, you know, so it's on a national, it's gonna be out there. People are gonna watch this duel, and I think it's gonna be one of the highest rated duel meets in a long time, just because of the buildup. I think there's probably about close to 40 duel meet wins between the two teams, so it's pretty exciting.
All good. Thank you, guys.